Well, that game was depressing, but this part's fun, guys.
It is a bit more fun.
Oh,
Hi, LD from the
I'm not muted.
10 seconds in the past.
Kawa told us to listen to the music, so we were listening to the
Yeah.
music a little too much. For those who don't know, we did a Kickstarter. That's sort of how this studio got started. Many of you probably have heard, some may have not, but
Yeah.
we wanted to thank you guys, and some people selected as the reward some shoutouts. So
Yep.
let's do some shoutouts.
Absolutely. We've got our first shout out actually going to a well-known organization in Dota 2, Dota Talk, who donated because they want to give their support, and that's all. So big thanks to Dota Talk for all they've done. Organize a lot of tournaments for the teams, well, not just in Southeast Asia, but all over now. So keep on doing what you guys do.
Yeah, good to see lots of tournaments in the Southeast Asian scene, and hope to see more of them in the future.
Yep.
So with that being said, our next one, we got nothing to work with here. It is Dial Tom. Thank you, Dial Tom.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like of a dial tone, and I kind of feel like that game was the Dota 2 equivalent of a phone that just gets left off the hook.
He
And
left.
then the dial tone turns into that.
I think it's more he left it blank because that's his moment of silence. He saw into the future for this game and it's like, look, I just want to leave a moment of silence, pay my respects to Joe.
Okay, I
So
can go with that.
That one, this one, to you, Dill Tom.
Thank you, Dill Tom.
Yep.
Next one is the nickname is Tech Crash. He's a badass line cook at a fancy pants restaurant. Hates vegans and gluten-free
Good.
foods.
I like
Loves
this guy.
steaks and cats. Favorite Dota 2 hero? Death Prophet.
This guy's
It's
legit.
not a very manly.
Yeah, apart
like
from the
steak-
Death Prophet part.
I don't know if that's like a steaks and cats kind of hero.
Death Prophets.
Kawa says no.
I get bored whenever I play Death Prophet. Like you
That
just go
hero
to
just
lane and you
sucks.
just it's like you're Death Prophet in
Doesn't do
5
anything,
seconds.
yeah.
Spam Carrion Swarm.
She's like a crappy
Done.
version of DK.
Yeah, you just spam Carrion Swarm for days, and that's all you do with that
Yeah.
hero. But he sounds legit.
She's a silence, I guess.
If you ever feel like cooking us some food, you're more than welcome in our
I don't know
lovely
if we
abode.
can. I don't know if we can afford a fancy pants restaurant though.
Well, you can.
We can
just
put
hook us
fancy
up.
pants
Be
in.
like,
Yeah.
the chef can like say, hey, these guys are my friends. Hook them up. I'll cook them a free meal or whatever. Contact us. You know our email.
Yeah. Get at us.
Right.
Thank you.
Our next one comes from Nitel Mira, who says, the most common interview question, use this or flail about. Okay, he's graduating with a materials engineering undergrad degree from NC State, going out to Santa Barbara for a PhD, and he's looking forward to it because like he can be closer to going to TI3, and well, he says to make up some unusual funny fact. Well,
You are a great wizard from the tribe of the Althari. Your people have fought a civil war for many years.
That was a lot better than what I was coming up with. So
Your family has been butchered and slaughtered by the dozen.
That's-
You are the lone survivor.
we've had enough-
The last man.
enough tears for one day.
The last man to carry on your family's legacy.
I don't want more Bible thumps.
You are the reason for Bible Thump.
Oh, he is Bible Thump, reincarnate. So, well, hopefully he got to TI3, which is now passed.
Yeah.
Or alternatively, he's going to
Hopefully.
be at TI4. And then moving on, our next shout-out comes from Ved Basu, who wasn't really sure how this works, but he would actually prefer a shout-out to his team. So he says, shout-out to Team Wear Team. That's a Team Wear Team. That's like a tongue twister in that itself. But he's got a big team list of teammates here. He says, to Ray, the Leshrac player extraordinaire, PK, the level 1 Roche defense stalwart. That is
how
a
many
title.
level one? How many level 1 Roches are these guys dealing with? It's like
Yeah.
I'm a level 1 Roche stalwart.
That is a title. He's probably a one of a kind. Like if you need I don't think any other team has a level 1 Roche defense stalwart.
You know,
on
that's
their
the one
team.
thing I really like about professional sports is like you have like it's football, like American football, even soccer. You'll have like your specialist players
Yeah.
who like come in for like certain scenarios, like penalty kicks or I don't know, like if they have to go on offense, like they'll put
Okay.
in more offensive players. Maybe they pull the goalie. Dota doesn't really have that. Like you can't
Yeah.
like put in like your specialist like 4 protect 1 carry or something. I
Depending
think that
on
would
the
be kind of
situation.
cool. But
The
anyway.
rest of his team, Peter, the man of heart. He sounds like the kind of useless guy in Captain Planet, to be honest. But
he's the soul of the team.
that's right. Tachu, the number 1 support KSer. Hobo, the Havost level carry. So
Is that
before,
This was said back in March. That was like
pre-4.
yeah. Well, it was pre-4, but that was like Pavost had like a long stretch from like
Oh, yeah.
March until June where he was just not playing very well, which is part of where the ranking came from.
Okay.
Not a rating, a ranking, but
Yeah. Then
yeah.
he says to Phil, the bot game god. the bot slayer, in other words. And then we have Taved, the Smoke King. The best team a guy could ask for, especially when you're playing like 9v5 Dota here. This is, I can imagine this is a pretty successful team.
Yeah. Ved Basu, thank you very much. Next up, it's Mark Gutierrez. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Flail for me, Franker Z. So we're supposed to... One of my arms is off.
I know, I was like, I don't fit. I'm too big and gangly. Alright.
Thank you,
Why?
Mark Gutierrez.
That was a fun moment. I'm glad someone asked us to flail for him.
There's another one.
Okay, the next shout out comes from Rich Lanster, who says, "Flail about like nincompoops for my pleasure."
What the hell, man? He was like just mean about it.
These guys are in cahoots.
Yeah.
This
I think
is
they might
terrible.
have been like they filled this out almost like
Yeah.
20 minutes apart. So all about like nincompoops for my pleasure. Thank you, Rich. Thank you, Mark.
When you're flailing for viewers, that's where you know you've sold out.
Yeah.
We've gone full Blitz. Blitz will do anything for a Domino's pizza. And
I mean,
that's
Blitz,
what we've just done.
like Blitz has his Twitch chat like feed him. So
yeah.
this is more of like an indirect selling out. His
I
is like a
guess.
very direct.
Look, we're
selling his body for food.
we're flailing on stream. That's full
like
Blitz in my
nincompoops
eyes.
for his pleasure.
Exactly.
All
We're
right.
being whored out. That's Blitz level. Blitz is like the #1 cam girl on Twitch, and we're closely chasing in on that #1 spot.
Next one is from CPL 1984. That's it. Nothing. But well, he sounds like a very dystopian fella, you know.
1984. I'm guessing that's his age.
So he's a little bit older than me.
Okay.
Right around that age 30 or so. That's when you start to get really good at Dota. Women start to love you, and also want to settle down. So you become very attractive in that
I'm
sense.
well before that stage. I
Yeah.
cannot relate. Our next shout out though, coming from Chuchina. I can't quite. My text too small. It looks like Chuchina, and he says, "If you're able to, make the shout out to DanishStarcraft.com because supporting esports is awesome. So if you're into StarCraft, if you're into Danish people, DanishStarcraft.com is the place to go. It sounds like. Check it out."
Sweet. StarCraft players supporting Dota.
Yeah.
Actually, there's been a lot of cross-pollination, so it's pretty cool. Next one is Uber Eterna. Do you have anything here?
Uber Eterna.
I got not very much.
He's got a Hotmail email. Who uses Hotmail nowadays?
We can't start flaming him.
Dude, he lives nothing for us. Look, these people.
All right, let's leave it at this. He is a very busy man. He has better things to do than fill out our shitty form. But he submitted it. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
Like everyone who got the reward, we just sent them a link to a Google Doc and said, fill it out with, anything that you want us to mention or shout out.
Yeah.
This guy took the time to fill out the form, but put nothing on the form. Thank you, though.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Our next one comes from an Australian fella, Pickletron2002. That's a name.
That's
I like
a great
this.
name.
AKA Big Daddy P. He says, "I'm from Queensland, Australia, and in-game I use the nickname Pick. In person, my friends know me as Big Daddy P. BDP. That's a good nickname. BDP. Big Daddy P. I'm almost definitely the best Lone Druid, Spectre, Chen, and Doom in Oz. You might not have heard of me all, but Oz knows about BDP. There's this guy called Galactic I play with who mad gels on my skill, but he knows he can't even touch this. I don't know why he tries. So when you glad you guys reach your goal and then some." What? That last isn't even a sentence.
Sounds like
Oh
a
no,
typical
so glad.
Australian
Okay,
English.
so glad you guys reach your goal and then some. Love, your biggest fan, Big Daddy P, PDB, best bow user in Monster Hunter in Oz.
Bow user.
Oh, bow user in Monster Hunter in Oz.
Let's do
Bow. I don't know.
Australian English.
All routes in KS completed. 0 defeats in MGQ. Monster Scum. I feel like I need to wrap this whole thing in the middle here. Like, Big Daddy P, BDP.
This is quite
You might not have heard of me at all, but
You
Oz
real-
knows about BDP. There's this guy called Galactic I play with who mad gels on my skills. Like, we need to get Luminem in here to wrap
In
this.
person, my friends know me as Big Daddy.
Yeah. BDP. BDP in the hizzle.
Luminum sleeping.
Big Daddy P is my
Okay,
bro,
this
Big
next one's
Daddy
from
hype.
Dylan Carey. Hi, Gods and LD. I have a tongue twister for you both, so we got to do this together, I guess.
Okay.
Or we could do it one at a time and then laugh at the other person.
Okay.
All right, ready?
Dude, it's from this guy's buddy Galactic. His name is Galactic. That's BDP's buddy.
Okay.
What is this shit? They submitted them at the exact same time as well. Look,
Okay. So let's one at a time or both at once.
You go first.
Okay. Here's a tongue twister for us.
Look, I wrapped BDP's one, so you wrap this one.
The skunk sat on a stump and thunk the stump skunk, but the stump thunk, the skunk stunk. Oh yeah.
Okay.
You can't really like rap a tongue twister.
No.
It's like hard enough to just read the words.
The skunk sat on the stump and thunk the stump stunk, but the stump thunk the skunk stunk. Blah.
That wasn't a rap.
I wasn't trying
Go
to rap it.
again. That's bullshit.
The skunk sat on the stump and thunk the stump stunk, but the stump thunk the stunk skunk.
That's better.
You would also be pleased to know that Big Daddy P, aka BDP,
White people.
is not the best Chen in Oz, but the title in fact resides with him, Galactic. Shots fired. Best wishes and much love, Galactic.
All right.
Well, there you have it. Them's
who-
fighting words.
Who are you with? You like Pickletron or Galactic
Look,
better here?
I'm going with Pickletron, 2002, aka Big Daddy P. My boy BDP knows
yeah, but
what's up.
see, my boy Galactic can actually make a nice tongue twister, so you got nothing on that.
Does he know? Can he actually say that though?
I could say it.
I don't know. It's dubious at best.
Galactic clearly wins this battle.
All
No
right.
questions asked.
Moving on.
Next one is, hi, my name's Zoreen. Rhymes with Wolverine. We got a pronunciation tip there, so that's pretty nice. And I'm also known throughout the Australian esports community by my gamer tag, Harley. I'm pretty obsessed with Dota, and it's a running joke on my GameSpot streams, which the audience likes to consistently bring up. E.g., they say that I don't like any game that is not Dota. I work at GameSpot Australia as the esports and community manager. I formerly hosted the Dota 2 Diaries, our ongoing series based on teaching Dota 2, but that was quickly replaced by other streams, which makes me very sad. Also, I am not a dude. Kind of figured that from the Zoreen, but good to know. Best of luck
Really?
with the project,
Zoreen
guys.
isn't that feminine.
Doesn't seem like a man's name.
I would say it's like one of those 50-50 ones.
I'd say like 80-20. Let's put it to the chat.
So is that an actual name or is that their nickname? Do you think?
That's her name.
Okay.
Her nickname's Harley.
No offense to you, Zoreen. I'm just not a name
Very
I'm unfamiliar
very
with.
offensive.
If someone said it was a real name, then I would say a girl's name. But if someone said it was like a Dota 2 in-game nickname, I'd be like, I don't really know because a
Yeah.
lot of guys use kind of girly in-game names.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Blitz, one chief amongst
like
them.
Google Zoreen.
Mr.
right
Ellie
now.
Golding himself. Best of luck with the project, guys. If I were rich, I'd throw you all the money you need your way. Well, hopefully you get rich, Serene, because we could use the money. Thank you very much, though. We do appreciate it.
Our next shout out comes from Pontus. He says, the only disruptor from Sweden. And he likes lemon cake. Okay.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. I like lemon desserts. I guess I've had lemon cake, but like lemon tarts.
There's like a
anything.
lemon pie or something in the fridge.
Pretty good. Not as good as
I
the
didn't
one.
have
Not
any.
as good as the one my grandma makes.
Okay, next one. My name is Steve, and I mostly play support in Dota 2. I work as a photographer. You can see my work on Flickr, and we could actually link it in the chat. Here, no, I'll just link it. And also
Getting
his
this up.
Facebook, which is flickr.com/photos/driven-vision-media, as well as facebook.com/vision-driven-media. Shameless plug, done. I've played Dota for about 6 or so years and can't get enough of it. I love watching tournaments and cannot wait for the BTS studio to get up and running. Best of luck with the venture, guys. Can't wait to see what you have in store. I'd like to give a shout out to my best buddies, Simon Lee, Jimmy Russell, P13 Lord, and the rest of the guys I play with online. Also, is it possible to let me know when you've done my shout out? It most certainly is, my friend. We will email you. In fact, I'll do it right now.
Cool. Well, I'll move on to the next shout out while you get that done. Next one is coming from Worst Wasserman. He says, I mostly play under my nick Don't Worry, and sometimes I do the mistake of wishing everyone a good luck, have fun in pubs. Amateur mistake. You only wish them to have fun, never wish them good luck. Otherwise, you get those 4-second CK stuns all day long. Since it seems that the casual Dota player won't recognize it, I hereby shout out a good luck, have fun to the whole community. So, to everyone out there, GLHF to you all. Our next shout out comes from a good buddy of ours, Mr. George himself. For those of you who don't know, George is a good friend of ours. He helps mod the stream, but he does a lot more than that.
And obviously he's been doing a great job. Because look at this chat. It's just magnifico.
It's a shining hope for the future of Twitchisms.
Too many potatoes, too much potato oil.
Without the Twitchisms out, they can rest happy to knowing that George is modding their chat.
Or do we need more potatoes? I'm not sure. Are the potatoes good or bad? I never quite got that.
Yeah.
It's bad to have one because it means your computer's a potato, but it's good to have more because it means you have like more processing power. So.
Yeah. George would just like a special mention to his
you
sweet.
Just plowed right through that. Right through.
George has a special mention to his sweet Malaysian prince, Winter. They're to be married
I think he's
sometime
creeped
soon.
Winter out a little bit with that, by the way. Winter is already engaged.
I would like to also plug something which probably no one out there knows exists, including LD until a couple months ago, even though we've had it for a year. Beyond the Summit have a Tumblr. I don't know fucking why, but we have a Tumblr.
Apparently we've had it for like a year and a half.
Everyone out there, even if you don't use Tumblr, follow our Tumblr. I don't know why we have one. I don't know what it does.
What is it? BeyondTheSummit.tumblr.com?
I don't even know. Just search Beyond the Summit, Tumblr. We have a fucking Tumblr.
No, that's not it. That's like a Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah, look, dude. Today's WPCA Sleek. Here we go.
Oh, Beyond the Summit TV.
.tumblr.com.
The one that I linked is like
Jesus.
It's like a Taylor Swift channel or something.
So George, when I was first talking to him a while ago, he's like, "Look, do you guys should have a Tumblr thing?" I was like, "Sure." We don't really have the time to manage. He's like, "Look, I'll do it all for you." So I was like, "Okay," and then I forgot about it. Like 4 months later, I'm like, "Wait, I remember talking to George about a Tumblr."
And he diligently designed it. He's been updating it constantly. We hadn't even linked it once, so we're just assholes.
And then
that's nothing new.
One day I brought up the fact that George was working on Tumblr, and I was like, "Wait, Tumblr? We have a Tumblr? What is this?" It was a great moment. So. Those of you on Tumblr...
That might reduce your computers to potatoes, though, so be careful, guys.
Tumblr does not support potato operating systems, so... Sorry for those of you out there.
Stay away from those. But thank you very much, George, for all that you do, not just for contributing to the Kickstarter, but just helping out, being a pal, and he's a very level-headed guy. He's also always there, and he's very reliable.
Yeah.
Unlike you or me or Lumi or... The only person who's, vaguely reliable at BTS, I guess, is Merlini, but... Only vaguely. And now he's abandoned us for the D2L, so we're done with him. He'll never cast here again. I'm just kidding. I probably will. Okay. Pompey606 says, I would like you to come up with 3 terrible chat up lines Pudge would use.
I've already got one.
That's all. Thanks.
I've already got one.
Okay. You built it up
it's
so
much. Crude. It's too bad.
No, do it.
Okay. I'm working on my my Pudge Cockney accent because I've got to get that right.
I have no accent. I'm just gonna say it in American English, the only kind of English. I have nothing here. Kawa, you wanna toss us a
look? Mine is just it's
a
crude.
line.
Nah.
3 terrible chat uplines Pudge would use. Like, chat lines from, what would he say? Like, his voice acting in Dota 2.
Yeah, that's alright. Okay, Kawa says, I got jizz on me chins, which is a good one. Mine was, you look good with a banana in your mouth. Shoots it out of the park. It's all on you, LD. You gotta one-up that.
Is that a hook in your pants, or you're just happy to see me? I don't know. I don't got much. Alright, moving right along.
We need more people who've come up with these things. BTS just...
I mean, he's talking about jizz on chins. How is that not gay?
That's one of Pudge's lines. You look good with jizz on your chin or something. I don't know if it's
That's
actually
still
what
very
he's trying
gay.
to say. Okay.
I'm just saying.
I've lost the document. I've lost
nothing wrong with that.
Next shout out comes from Atleget, who also has not left us any information about himself, which is probably good because after our terrible Pudge shut up lines, we're out of content.
I was not prepared for that.
A big
one.
thanks to you, Atleget, for donating for our Magic Wand contribution. Next one's all you.
In crime.
This guy's got a big story going. Huh?
Okay. I think this is our last one as well.
Okay.
So
I
I'll
am
tell you
literally
shortly about
crying.
why 2-on-2 Dota is nice and why you should run a tournament. And I can't even
In that fashion.
in that fashion. Back in the days, me and my friend used to play Warcraft 3 Dota at a LAN cafe in Gods. He's resizing the Google Doc when I'm trying to read this. At a LAN cafe in Stockholm, Sweden called Inferno Online. Every weekend, this cafe had a... What the? Where did it go? It had a 2-on-2 tournament in a format of APEM OM, which is
All pigs.
easy mode,
Yeah.
only mid. This started as a fun thing, but quickly grew into something very competitive. First, there would be a coin toss, and the winner would choose whether to pick first or second. 1-2-1, no bans. So in the beginning, all would choose to pick first because you could pick what everyone that week thought was the imba shit, Bane. Later, that evolved, and a lot of mind games came into play, and eventually we had to add a banning phase. What to me in hindsight was amazing is that we at the cafe created our own little meta. I grew to love the competitive side of Dota 2-on-2. He played it for a while, it sounds like. But eventually I moved on just at the time of Kunkka's arrival. I remember when Kunkka came out. He was ridiculous.
That was a lot of fun.
Just at the time of Kunkka's arrival in 6.55 and started focusing on real life. Wasn't until I got an invite to Dota 2 that it all came back to me and I discovered the International 2 and competitive Dota at the time. In short, I love the competitive nature of Dota 2, and I'm watching most tournaments, hopefully ours. But what I really want to do is be able to feel that I'm a part of it. I feel that 2-on-2 Dota would be an easier way of getting this competitive feeling without all the hustle and bustle of finding 4 other people with conflicting time schedules and such try to grasp the nature of team matchmaking. My hope is that you create a 2-on-2 Dota 2 tournament and that it is a success and that in turn makes Valve add a 2-man team matchmaking only mid Dota. So keep up the good work. Best regards, y'all 2K.
Jolly?
Jolly 2K.
Yali. Maybe he's Swedish, so I guess.
Yali 2K.
Cool.
His team might get his wish because we might do it.
2v2 tournament coming soon.
Might be doing one.
Maybe by the end of the year. Hopefully by the end of the
Hopefully.
year.
Yeah.
If we get our shit together.
Well, let's just. There's a lot of reasons to pretend today never happened. There was the bubble battle or whatever the hell that dumb game is. There was.
You got shat on. Dude, no, okay. I'm not gonna.
Shat on? It's
I'm
a
not-
team game, you
I was
idiot.
just about to say. I can't blame you.
First of all,
We're
you
meant to be
played it a
team.
lot more than me.
Yeah, yeah.
Secondly,
Look, I'm.
you're an idiot. Third, well,
No argument.
there's no third.
Right.
And then there was the IG Tong Fu game, which just didn't happen. And then there was our little pudge lines, which also
I thought mine was
didn't happen.
spot on.
No.
It was the pudge line. You know, did you notice how I swapped apple with banana? I thought it was really clever.
Just stop. Stop. No, you stop the stream. We're done. Thank you guys. Go watch Starladder. We'll see you tomorrow for more Ace.